And after I made the investment, Brian Armstrong called me. And by the way, I recommend every founder call their investor after they close their round just to say, like, thank you for being a part of it. It closed, money's in the bank. It meant a lot. And he called me and he said, hey, we're closed. Fantastic. And I'm like, oh, congratulations. And people forget Coinbase, they didn't successfully raise their whole round. So they were raising $1 million or $1.2 million, and they ended up with like $500,000-$600,000. And he was still jazzed. He was excited to have it. And then he goes, hey, would you, some of the other investors, and it made it sound like there were a lot of other investors, but there were only like 2 other investors than me. And he said some of the other investors are going to buy an equal amount of Bitcoin as you invested in Coinbase. And I was like, I like thought about it for a second, and I was like, Brian, like, by the way, at this time the price of Bitcoin was $10 for Bitcoin, $10, not 10,000, 10. And I'm like, Brian, I just invested a bunch of money in you. Like, don't ask for more money right now. Like, let the sale happen, right? And that would have been the probably single greatest investment I could have made, just because there was a huge deviation between the price of Bitcoin and what the reality was at that moment too. Like, it was very undervalued. Uh, I think, but to the point of it wasn't a part of my story. I think if I had invested in that, I would have sold it at some point rather than learning about how Bitcoin worked, getting excited about Bitcoin, like doing the whole system. So I'm actually retroactively probably happy I did it. I didn't do it. However, yeah, if you hold. So Bitcoin, the problem with Bitcoin is you can always sell. But if I had held, that would have been the best investment of my career.